The toughest thing that can happen to an athlete is when fans and coaches start handing out labels. Sometimes it's a bad label, like soft or clumsy or overconfident. Other times the label's a good one, but can bring a heavy burden. That label is number one, and it means quite a bit in high school tennis. Round Rock senior Jacob Nelson knows this all too well. For the better part of 3 years, Nelson has carried the label of Round Rock's number one boy player, a title that usually means that every match Nelson competes in, he's pitted against the team's best player, regardless of that player being older, younger, or the number one player in the state of Texas. And that's not always a bad thing for a young player to face.
The toughest match I had to play was probably my sophomore year. I had to play Miguel Alda, who was the number one state in Texas. But it was a great learning experience.
What was that? What was that like? I mean, did he really go after you?
Yeah, I actually ended up taking 2 games off of him, I believe, which was it made me enjoy the sport a lot more and realize what the potential I had, and how that you can never doubt, or that no matter who you play for or where you come from, you still have a shot at contending.
Nelson is the Dragons' number one player for a reason, and he's off to a solid team tennis season this fall because, as Round Rock coach Kyle Kilbane says, he's put the time in, like spending 8 hours on a tennis court in the middle of the summer. He's also had the practice of carrying that label with him, which Kilbane said has only made him better.
Yeah, it's tough with your play, but there's a mental component that comes with that. I think being exposed to it at a young age, he kind of learned to deal with it, where some people, they get thrown in there later in their career and they're not quite ready for the pressure. So he's dealt with that pressure, like you said, for quite some time, and just really embraced it. It doesn't seem to faze him. I really can't find a situation where I can, simulate pressure like he experiences on a daily basis, so it's not something we really have to worry about with him. He's that guy who we want in there, with the match on the line, that we can all count on.